Hello there, everybody, and welcome to our semi-regular deep dive into the crazy world of wrestling reportage and our most bankable source of pre-pay-per-view hits, last-minute rumours. And yes, despite everything that's gone on over the last few weeks, WWE Crown Jewel is actually happening, so thus we must tell you all about it. Now, I'm not going to bore you by going over the same well-trodden ground about everything leading up to the show and the controversies and all that. We're just going to try and stick to the matter at hand, which is all the crazy things that are being said about it. Whispers, rumours, speculation, title changes, future storylines, it is as ever all here, and as ever it's either incredibly reliable, definitely going to happen, or complete and utter rubbish. You know the drill by now. We're not getting any younger though, I suppose, so my name is Adam Clery, this is the Wrestling Rumours Advisory Board, and these are all the last minute rumours for WWE Crown Jewel you need to know. Number 8, The Miz is getting fired. As you'll no doubt have seen on SmackDown this week, Shane McMahon desperately wants to win the World Cup for his brand. Now, this is because of honour and prestige and glory and all of that, and definitely not because his sister, who he also definitely never wanted to bang in their youth, isn't allowed to get one over him. To this end, he has promised that whoever the SmackDown representative in the final is, should they not actually win the thing, they're going to be getting fired. Now, you wouldn't tease that kind of storyline unless you were planning on doing it, and everybody reckons that the SmackDown finalist is going to be The Miz, so that's him. Gone. There's literally no reason at all to do that unless you want to busy Shane with some kind of weird feud for the next couple of months. And yeah, November, December, January, February, March, April, we're sort of in that weird WrestleMania prologue season now, aren't we? So yeah, they might do Miz versus Shane.
I'm looking forward to a great evening of professional wrestling in a vibrant and progressive country.
You can't fire The Miz. He's the only WWE Hollywood A-lister.
What about John Cena?
The only one.
Give an extra day on his work visa.
Number 7, The Miz wins the World Cup. But wait, hope springs eternal, because there isn't just this rumour, there is another rumour atop this rumour, like a juicy little cherry on a quite rotten little fairy cake. Like, you bite into it and you're going, oh, it's going to be spongy goodness, but no, it's, what is it? It's a man's leg with hairs on it and a cherry. Anyway, I digress. With Roman out of the picture, they're going to want to pull the trigger on Rollins versus Ambrose fairly soon, but they're going to want to do this as a main event level feud. Now, the problem they've got there is that both men have been contenting themselves with lesser titles and feuds in the mid-card, so they need to do something to make this feel top tier. Now, having Rollins win the World Cup does a lot for him in this regard, but having him get so close, only to have it snatched away by an interfering Dean Ambrose, does a lot more for both men. Plus, it gets Ambrose on the card, given he's a slightly weird omission in the first place.
I'm looking forward to a great evening of professional wrestling in a vibrant and progressive country.
Hey, America wins the World Cup! USA! USA! Oh, sorry.
Per the marketing, this would make The Miz the best wrestler in the world. Screw the propaganda, I'm morally outraged at that.
Number 6, more propaganda. Okay, so we all remember Greatest Royal Rumble, don't we? And just how keen WWE were, and by keen I of course mean contractually obligated, to tell us just how great their hosts were. This vibrant, progressive country that had welcomed them with open arms. Without getting into all of that stuff, again, you can watch the proper video on it if you so wish. WWE will not want to be doing that this time because, well, obviously, they just won't want to. In the space of a few weeks, this show has gone from this ridiculously high-budget, fantasy-booked, alternate timeline diversion to easily one of the most controversial shows in the entire history of the company. They will not want to make that worse. But according to Big Uncle Dave Meltzer, the Saudi General Sports Authority are likely to insist that WWE uphold their end of the bargain by continuing this whole propaganda angle, by continuing to promote the country during the broadcast. I mean, after all, they did sign up to do this in the first place, and if you've got a contract saying they'll do it, there's no reason for the Saudis not to force them to honour that. But it will not go down well.
I'm looking forward to a great evening of professional wrestling in a vibrant and progressive country.
Look! Women can drive now. We're just like you.
They're not paying money to watch The Undertaker wrestle in 2018, let's face it.
Number 5, Renee Young on commentary. There is, however, one possible bit of good news doing the rounds, and before we get into it, I would like to say that I am assuming WWE have insisted on doing this as some kind of counterbalance to just how problematic the whole thing is, but I don't know that for definite. Anyway, it's yet to be 100% confirmed by WWE, but everywhere is going with the rumour that Renee Young will be on commentary during this show. Now that would make her the first, and depending on what happens with the later shows, possibly only female involved in any of these broadcasts, which is a big deal. It's a good thing. It's just going to be immensely overshadowed. Admittedly though, trying to offset the problems of this show by putting Renee Young in the booth is the equivalent of handing somebody a nice bunch of flowers after you've set their house on fire. Like, yes, thank you. These flowers are nice. I like flowers, but my house.
I'm looking forward to a great evening of professional wrestling in a country with vibrant and progressive views on women.
Good luck.
It's a high pressure spot, but Renee Young is a consummate professional. Sorry, consummate. Consummate.
Christ.
Number 4, Drew McIntyre. Okay, so before I get started, just as I was coming in to record this video, there was a second wave of reports on this rumour saying that it isn't actually happening, but then I thought, that's the thing about surprises, isn't it? They do tend to get denied as and when they leak. Plus, if I binned it out of my nice, lovely script and then it came true, I'd look a dick, so we're going to go with it anyway. According to PW Insider, there is talk backstage that WWE will once again make the Universal title match a triple threat match by adding Drew McIntyre to it, which would make it the physically biggest match they've ever had since Carly versus Big Show versus Batista at Great American Bash, which was not good. Anyway, though, as I say, there has been more on this today, saying that it is in fact not happening, but he's not on the show, and he really should be, so they might as well. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to a great evening of professional wrestling in a vibrant and progressive country.
I asked genuine Scotsman Andy Murray about this and he said, oh no!
It's now or never with Braun. His integrity's already in bits.
Oh god, no, oh my god.
Oh man, John Oliver did it!
Number 3, Brock loses clean. Big banter Dave Meltzer time again. Yes, hello mate, no, you watch all of our videos, and there's apparently no truth whatsoever in the rumour that Brock Lesnar will be winning the Universal title so that he can take it to the Octagon with him when he goes to UFC next year. Because yes, people were saying that. Just to quickly clarify that one for you, such as Vince's admirable dedication to being as mad as a bag of smashed crabs, that he had apparently become obsessed with this idea that Brock should take the Universal title to UFC so that when he beat all of the UFC guys, he was doing so as a WWE guy. Yeah. Like, not to bury the wrestling or anything, but going into an actual fight with an actual combat person with a big shiny belt that says, I'm the best at pretend fighting, is... Well, I was going to say that's crazy, but it might also be the best thing I've ever heard. Anyway, apparently it doesn't matter. According to Big Dave, there is no chance of a non-finish or a Brock win. They are putting Braun over big.
I'm looking forward to a great evening of professional wrestling in a vibrant and progressive country.
Yeah, Brock loses clean and then Yokozuna comes out and beats him up. He's what?
It's the only time you're going to hear Brock and clean in the same sentence.
Number 2, we're getting Michaels versus Taker again. Yeah, this one pretty much writes itself, doesn't it? Or it certainly looks like it has, judging by the state of the internet. You don't get Shawn Michaels out of retirement after all these years just to have him lose. So yeah, that's not going to happen. Thus, you can pretty much put your life savings on DX beating the Brothers of Destruction at Crown Jewel. That's your goth dads taking a big old L from two 50-year-olds who really, really want you to suck their dick. Take it all in, wrestling fans. Drink in every last little bit of it. These are some glory days. Quick little bit of maths for you now, and if they do in fact go through with this, it will put that whole retirement angle at exactly 1-1. Undertaker retires Shawn Michaels. Michaels comes out of retirement and beats Taker. You know precisely what will be coming after that. They do the match at WrestleMania and Taker gets retired. I thought that was implicit.
I'm really looking forward to a great evening of professional wrestling in a vibrant and progressive country.
Yeah, sod it. Hair versus hair, anyone?
WrestleMania 35, more like WrestleMania 110. You know, they're all...
Number 1, Hulk Hogan is hosting. Because, oh, why wouldn't you? The entire world is already divided on whether or not this show should be taking place to begin with, so why not use it as an excuse to bring back one of the most controversial figures of the last few years. Like, they were always going to do it eventually, so at least this way they've got an excuse. Yes, according to absolutely everybody, now Hulk Hogan is set to be the official host of WWE Crown Jewel. He let it slip on a radio interview the other week. Everybody's picking it up now. It is so nailed on that I'm willing to bet by the time this video goes out, it's actually been confirmed. Over 3 years he spent in the wrestling wilderness after making a string of racist comments, all ended in a big shower of oil money from the Saudi Arabian government mere weeks after they admitted culpability in the death of a political opponent. WWE, everybody!
I'm looking forward to a great evening of professional wrestling in a vibrant and progressive country, hosted by one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, the very, very unproblematic Hulk Hogan. Can't wait to see him back.
He couldn't even say Superdome right. Good luck, everyone. He is a real American. Fight for the rights of every white man.
So there you have it. That is every single last-minute rumour that I read somewhere on the internet, or somebody maybe told me and I wrote it down in an article, adapted it for a script, for a video, presented it to you in front of this camera and decided that you needed to know. Let me know what you made of them all, as well as any of your own, in the comments below. And of course, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, why not? I'm a legend. WhatCulture on Twitter in the corner. And yes, we are doing a live stream for this. Every single penny we make from either the super chat or the ad revenue is going to charity, so do join us for that. Dear God knows we're going to need your help to get through it. In the meantime though, thank you very much for watching. Have, of course, been Adam Clery, and I will see you tomorrow or soon, whenever. Whatever. Bye. See ya. Go. Shoo shoo. Laters. Bye. Bye.